So how in the world are you going to get on with your life and stop beating and stop falling prey to that stupid thing called procrastination? How are you going to beat procrastination? So I'm going to give you seven. I'm going to give you 7 ways, 7 things that you can do to get on with your life and get your dreams, okay? And by the way, before I go any further, please, if you're getting value out of these videos, please share this with other people, subscribe and share. We need to get these messages out to as many people as possible, particularly now more than ever. I mean, think of the people, the friends that you have that would like to know how to stop procrastinating and how many people complain about it. So please subscribe, share this with other people, okay? All right, good. So number one, if you're going to be able to overcome procrastination, number one is obviously you have to have a goal, okay? Something you want to do, book, start a business, get married, whatever you go out on a date, whatever it is. But here's the thing about the goal is that your desire for it has got to be greater than your fear. Let me say it again. Your desire to have a book, let's say, let's use a book, pretty common example. To have a book is going to be greater than your fear about what other people might think about you. Remember, that's your number one little voice issue. What are people going to think about me? They're not going to like it, blah, 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 all that other stuff, okay? So again, hey, Ravi, good to see you. I see some people here from India, okay? So again, type your comments in if you've got them. I'll do my best to address them if I can this time, if not next time, okay? So number one, a goal, but write these things down, okay? So that your desire has got to be greater than any fears that you have around it. That's number one. Number two, got to do to make a list of all the whys, why you want to do it. I want you to fill up an entire page. Why do you want to write a book? Well, because I have important knowledge to share. Why else do you want to write a book? Because I want to prove I can do it. Because I want to be famous. Because I want to create a legacy. No reason is good or bad or better or worse than anyone else. Okay. Number one, thank you, Claudia. You're up early. Number one is a goal. Okay. Number one is a goal. Number two are the reasons why. Why do you want this? And make an exhaustive list. By the way, if you only have one sheet of paper of whys, turn the paper over and fill the second sheet. Make it up. And you'll find that as you get closer to the end of that list, you're going to find some real reasons why you want to do this. You might even get a little emotional. That's good because that emotion is secreting chemicals in your brain that's instilling short-term and long-term memory and long-term access, okay? And that's a good thing. It's going to help you overcome the procrastination, okay? So lots of whys. Number three, resistance. Okay, you're going to face resistance for a couple of reasons. First of all, you're trying to do something in the world that's not being done right now. You're trying to build a business that wasn't there. You're trying to start a project that wasn't there. You're trying to write a book that wasn't there. So there's going to be natural physical resistance to that. It's normal. But the toughest resistance is the resistance between your right ear and your left ear. Well, what if they don't like it? Nobody's going to like what I have to read anyway. Because that's what happens, right? You procrastinate long enough. You finally sit down to write this silly book. And what happens is then your little voice jumps in and goes, nobody's going to want to read what you wrote anyway. And then you're going to give up. Okay. So you can't let that happen. Okay. All right. So resistance, think of resistance as a force of nature. And it's there to stop you from doing your work. I'm going to say it again. Why is resistance there? It's to stop you from doing your work. So with that in mind, and it shows up, go, okay, you're trying to stop me from doing my work. It should give you more determination to get past it. It's just a natural piece of the world that's physical. It's also metaphysical. It's also spiritual, and it's also emotional. Okay. So resistance is part of the game. So when resistance shows up, this is what you say to yourself. This is why I do this. I had a friend of mine who was a marathon runner, great marathon runner. And I asked him once, I said, when you get to the wall, in marathon running, runners talk about the wall. They get to a place where they just can't go any further, right? And what do you do when you get there? When you've got nothing left, your body is spent, you have no energy, you can't raise your legs. He says, one statement I say to myself. I go, what's that? He goes, I say to myself, when I feel the wall, I see the wall, I go, this is why I'm doing this. This is why I'm running this marathon. When I'm working out and I'm training hard and I can't push anymore, I think to myself, this is why I'm doing this. So when the resistance comes up that tries to stop you, say, this is why I'm doing this. It's not about the book anymore. The book, we talk about in other programs, the book is the least of your concern. It's who you become in the process of getting this book written. That's the value. Okay, that's the value. So you say, this is why I'm doing this. That was number 3. Okay, what's number 4? Number 4, you become what you repeat. So every time you say, I'll do it later, do it later, I'll do it later. So that's who you become. You become later. I'm not old enough. Okay, so when I'm not old enough, I'm not old enough. Okay, so you keep telling yourself you're not old enough. Then when you get older, you're still not old enough. And then when you get older, you're still not old enough. Why? Because you've burnt that pattern into your memory banks that it's always going to be later. I'll be rich later. I'll write the book later. I'll build my business later, because then you become about later. You're the later guy. Okay. But that's called procrastination. I'm telling you, all you're doing is burning a path in your brain. So how do you overcome that? So forget the book for a second. When you say you're going to have to go take out the trash, you have to take the trash out. I'll do it later. No, don't do it later. Do it right now. Why? Because you're trying to overcome that programming in other areas that don't have so much weight as the book does. Okay. So find other places to get past the later syndrome. Okay. And do enough of that. One of the other things you can do, number 5 is to declutter your space. Get rid of distractions. Clean up your office, clean out your closet, get rid of all the stuff that's laying around, the dirt and the memoirs. And I got too much stuff myself. And you got to get rid of this stuff, create cleanliness, pristineness, and eliminate the clutter, because all that clutter becomes a distraction. You sit down to write the book and you happen to notice a picture over there that you haven't seen for a while. So you're going to go over and look at that picture. Why? Because that was resistance making you go over there and do that. But if that wasn't there, if that was not in the space, you would clean, pristine space so that you have no other distractions to keep you focused. You got to set up your environment to win. Okay. Next one, you need ritual. Okay. So let's just review. First one was a goal, desire. It's got to be greater than your fear. Number 2, lots of whys. Why are you going to do this? Pages of whys. And by the way, you can always add to that list. Number 3, resistance is simply there to stop you from doing what you're doing. And you tell yourself, this is why I'm doing this. Okay. You become what you repeat. So stop repeating later. Stop repeating not enough of anything. Okay. Eliminate that from your vocabulary. Declutter. Okay. I think that was number 5. Number 6, affirmations, and ritual of affirmations. When things get tough, you face resistance. You can say, this is why I'm doing this. You can also say, I like myself. I believe in myself. I have faith in myself. I have faith in myself. I have faith in myself. I trust myself. I believe in myself. I've got this. Okay. Affirmations that empower you, that bring your energy up. Again, you are working the brain. You're working the chemicals. The science says you're working the chemicals in your brain to reform new neural pathways. Because if you don't, your procrastination gets stronger and stronger. So you become a professional procrastinator. And I don't think that's what anybody wants. Okay. So you have those rituals. Okay. Have an accountability partner. Finally, have an accountability partner. Somebody that's going to hold your toes to the fire. Somebody that's going to say, how you doing on this today? And they're going to call you every day and they're going to bug the crap out of you because they believe in you too. You got to find somebody that maybe believes more in you than you do in yourself sometimes, and you just keep it going. And look, remember this, it's not even about the book. It's not even about the book. It's about who you become in the process. It's about who you become in the process. So these are 8 steps. These are 8 steps. Claudia's counting them for me. Thank you, Claudia, for doing that. 8 steps for eliminating procrastination. Make a decision. Do something now. You know, one of the things we found about rich people and successful people are people that are able to make a decision quickly. By the way, if you're enjoying this, type in your enjoy and please share this, share and subscribe with as many people as you can. These are important messages. Now more than ever, people need to get some of this information out there. Okay, I'm doing my best to get it out there. it's interesting back in March of 2020, when the whole world got locked down, I was forced to do something that I've been procrastinating for a long time. Forced to do it. I put it off. I don't need to do it. Doing live programs all over the world. It's all good, making good money. And then it all shut down. And it forced me to do something that I had never done before. And that was something that I wanted to do, but I was procrastinating because I didn't see the need to do it right now. And that's what we created, something called BSTA.TV, which was an online platform of a rich library of video content. By the way, none of that video content is on YouTube. None of that stuff's on YouTube, but video content of nuggets, training from sales, master classes, rich dad advisors, people that we put together to make it available to the world at a fraction of the price. Okay, $9.95, I think, for a standard membership, at $25 a month, basically $25 a month for all of the material, which is pennies on the dollar. Okay, and we worked hard. We got it put up, and we've just finished revamping that whole system. And so what I'm going to say to you right now is this, and I don't normally make pitches when I'm doing this, but if you find any of these nuggets good and you want even better ones, then go check it out. There's a free trial there that you can go check out. Let me put up the link here. The link is right here. There you go. BSTA.TV. Okay. BSTA.TV. Go there, check it out. There's some featured videos up there on presentation and on how to get your message out to the world. Look, you may have a message, but we've got a methodology to get your message out there. Learn it for pennies on the dollar. And here's the other thing, is because on this weekend, now that we revamped it, the price is going to be double. So right now, if you go there for $25, you can have all these amazing nuggets. And think about this. If one of those nuggets allowed you to make just $500 more per month, just one nugget gave you and you paid $25 for $500. And over the course of a year, that would be what? About over $5,000. $5,000 in your pocket. Is that worth it? Is it worth $25 to check it out? Absolutely. Okay. So I'm doing my best at this stage of my career to download as much stuff. And again, that stuff's not on YouTube. It's not on YouTube. And we're rotating new content in every month, and we're rotating other old stuff out. So we're back on the routine of doing all that. So please go check it out. $24.95, BSTA.TV. Go check it out and tell your friends about it. Tell as many friends as you can about it, because nowhere else in the world are you going to get that amount of information at that kind of a price. Okay. So again, share and subscribe. If you've got some comments about it, if there's videos that you would really like to see, let me know and I'll create them. I'll create them for you right now. Again, I created it back in March of 2020 because I saw the need that the world needed something. They needed to continue education. They needed to continue their education, even though nobody could travel anymore. And at the time, it was very popular. It's very popular. Now we redone it, refurbished it. The price is going to go up on, I think, on Sunday. So go to bsta.tv, get your trial membership, get in there and check it out. $25. It adds $500 to a month to what you're doing. That's way worth your return on investment. How to basically look at your sales cycle and find hidden money already in your selling cycle, already in there, that you don't have to do anything else, no marketing, nothing, how to mine it and put money in your pocket. Okay. Anyway, I could go on and on. Share and subscribe. Share and subscribe our channel here. Let people know. I want people to know about it. We're near a breakthrough. We're almost at a breakthrough level of number of subscribers. And I'm really looking forward to having you be one of the new ones. Okay. So please subscribe and share. And again, if there's any way that I can support you, let us know and send me some comments. And Claudia, thank you so much for documenting what we were talking about here tonight. You actually made me look somewhat organized. Okay. Somewhat organized. Let's see here. Let me see if there's any questions. Thank you, Simon Bowen. Hey, dude, I haven't talked to you for a long time. I love your work too. By the way, Simon Bowen, probably one of the most brilliant sales strategists I've ever met in my life. If you got some high ticket items and you want to figure out how to sell them well, go check him out. Models Method, I think, is the name of his website. Okay. What is number 2? Number 2 is your why. Thank you, Claudia. Again, thank you all for have a great evening. Have a great morning wherever you are. Again, let people know about this channel. Let people know about it. Subscribe. And again, for $25, see if we can't put a few $100 in your pocket this month. Okay. So go check it out. BSTA.tv. BSTA.tv. Check it out. Give us some feedback. All right. So until next time, be your amazing self. Let's let it go. Ready? Whoosh. Thanks, you guys.